Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Quick release by the QB. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. He'll throw it. Finds the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That was a nice grab by the tight end. Didn't get many yards, wasn't real open, but at least make the catch, at least get a little positivity on the play.
The Mountaineers are on the move. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
From the gun, the ground game. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Using his legs, it's Norton. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Let's talk for a second here about USF. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Making side adjustments here. Brown will throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Caught near the sideline. It's Isaac.
I guess if you're going to get a 1-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep a foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
He turns that loose down the right side. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's just nice patience and a great route. One-on-one, working the defender, taking his time, getting out of his break, locating the football, and making the catch just in time in bounds.
The Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Norton. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. And he'll be stuck, got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Brown wants to pass. Touchdown Bulls. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They marched 72 yards, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for blockers.
The return is tackled down at the 27, and the Appalachian State offense will take over 1st and
10. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the air, it's Swan. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his man, it's Roberts. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Mountaineers have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the running back. Just ran over him. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The play action fake. Unloads it left. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Bulls heading quickly to the line. Brown will throw it. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Open spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USF. Extra point here will tie the game.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, he's the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got a little space. It's a running room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they
extra point. The score is now 21-14. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Off-play action on first down. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Wants to throw. It's Swan. Fires to the middle. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Got his man on the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now rolling to the left. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. To throw, it's Swan. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash. A 34-yard attempt coming. It is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. The away team has a slight lead. They play a fun brand of football. Let's see if they can close this one out.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Starts a drive trying to go up top. The screen, he can go. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Bulls are in the hurry-up.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
shoots it to the left. Picked off. What a play by this defense.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The run to the left. Pulled down for the tackle.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and management. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. There he goes. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Brown wants to pass. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Takes a handoff. It's Roberts. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Swan. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt is on its way. And they'll blow it dead around the 30-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback keeper. Shakes off the defender. And some room to work. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Motion from the back. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Norton. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Brown will throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Grabbed over the middle, and Singleton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. This guy is just wearing them out. Another 1st down, already has a couple of touchdowns in the 1st half, David.
He has been a problem for this defense. And if I'm this offense, I'm going to continue to feature him. He's winning his matchups. I'm going to find him. It's just the 1st half, and he's already had himself a full game's worth of stats.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. It's a seam wide open. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And you could...
Touchdown, Bulls! Oh, that may be in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Give to the back. Oh, I'm out of space. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking for a man. It's Swan. He's going to throw deep right side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Mountaineers will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll open the second half with a run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And the Bulls will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. Finding open areas. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Quick completion on the out. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Quarterback making checks. Brown wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Singleton. Touchdown Bulls. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quick release on the RPO. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Throws to the tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw. It's Swan. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got it. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Got a man. It's Roberts. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, App State. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Now improvising. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And I feel sorry for this defense. Like, they're having to defend the entire field. QB's already shown he can beat you with his arm. Now, with his legs and his decision-making, getting the ball to the pitch, man, he's shown a variety. In this defense, they're having to defend the whole entire field.
The throw to the outside is complete. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. This is a designed run. Touchdown, USF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on first down. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter.
South Florida, 42. App State, 24.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Swan. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught close to the marker. It's Dozier. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He
unleashes one deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, South Florida. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Bowling Green is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 31 over the Judicials. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He breaks a tackle. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Scanning the field, it's Swan. Immediately fires to the middle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Dozier. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Mountaineers can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a crease. It's Roberts. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Got enough for the first. And the Mountaineers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Third and short, there's a lot of ways to get it in the run game. You're not just going to hand it off and go power. How about the toss play? Getting the ball in the hands of the tailback quickly, and he's able to skirt his way to get the first.
Leaves it with the back. Plows through the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. The give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
That's caught. It's Dozier. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They've got the screen set up. He did not make it a stonewall on third down.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.